Hey guys, 4Paws here, and today we'll be taking a look at the concept of baiting. Now this has generally two meanings within League of Legends, one where you encourage your opponents to make a mistake that you can benefit from, and the other being when you blame your team for your own mistakes. In today's video we'll be checking out the blaming the team aspect, as I want to show you guys exactly why the concept of being baited by your team is dumb. I'm going to show you some footage and text chat from a team builder game that I played in which I get called out for apparently baiting my teammate. As you can see from my perspective, I am heading towards enemy jungle to try and gain some vision and perhaps grab wraiths. However, I see that Brand spots me, so instead I do look to pressure him, but realistically a gank attempt has already failed as he has seen me. My mid laner however decides that even though Lee Sin has entered from the top side of the lane, he will attempt to engage in a 1 vs 2 scenario. This results in Yasuo dealing hardly any damage and getting nuked rather quickly. But the following mindset from the Yasuo player is extremely bad, and I hope if any of you share this kind of mindset, that this video will help you see how it holds you back. Before we get into that though, let's watch me dumpster this Lee Sin. Okay, so did I actually bait him? Let's take a look from Yasuo's perspective. In this particular skirmish, the Yasuo makes multiple mistakes, so I'll list them off as they happen. First of all, he stutters on his positioning after missing his third Q. Here he could have just ran down towards me to safety. He starts to kite back from Lee Sin, however is not auto-attacking or using his Q, again being indecisive on committing to the fight. As Brand arrives, he decides it's time to engage and deal damage, whilst instead he could have just dashed through the minions towards me. Also, if his plan was to engage, he should have been dealing damage to Lee Sin from the get-go. Perhaps the biggest mistake is when he attempts to wind wall Lee Sin's ultimate, thus he takes a huge slap from Brand's abilities. By the time I could get into the lane, Yasuo is basically dead. We just identified roughly 5 mistakes the player made, and the correct mindset for the Yasuo player here would be to reflect on the fight and think about what he could have done better. But as soon as he turns to the mindset of, oh my god I got baited, then he scapegoats all errors he made onto someone else. I doubt highly that Yasuo improved as a player from that fight because all he could think about is how he got baited. Not to mention how claiming you got baited can leave a negative impact on the team, which is pretty bad if you plan to win the game. I just want to state this as clearly as possible, even considering the idea that you was baited will never improve you as a player. In most scenarios where players think they were baited, they only go into it as at the time it appeared to be a good idea. In example, if Teemo was on 10 health points against a 5 full health target team, you wouldn't run in alone, die in a dumb scenario and then cry about how Teemo apparently baited you. So if you made a judgment or mechanical error, focus only on that, or else you will prevent yourself from developing as a player. You could have always done something better, and even if you do have a perfect example of a time you did apparently get baited, who cares? As soon as you consider what your teammates apparently did wrong, you are distracting yourself from improving the only player that should matter to you, and that's yourself.